Hi, everyone, and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for baseball action here on a cold day in Santa Clarita. As we're waiting on an expected storm to come in, but we've got baseball here today, Ciro Coso and College of the Canyons. So we'll get you the starting lineups for both sides. For Ciro Coso, Blake Tablazon will lead things off. Then John-Luke Hobdy. Jordan Bowman in the 3 spot. Jax Holzem in the 4 spot. Then Brent Olmo batting 5th. Luigi Reyes in the 6 spot. Hunter Bagshaw in the 7 spot. Jackson Allen is in the 8 spot. And then Jordan Massis is the 9 hitter playing left field as they will face Gavino Rosales getting the start for COC back in the rotation today as he starts the game off with a called strike, and we are underway. Rosales missed his last start last time through in the rotation as he had a little bit of tightness. Was supposed to pitch against Santa Ana last week on Saturday, but instead did not. He'll get the start here today. Rosales 2-0 with a 0.50 ERA this season in 3 starts. Pitched in 18 innings, given up 18 hits. I actually need to double check my numbers as I think everything's off just a touch anyway, but he gets the start here today for COC as he faces Tablazon, who grounds this one softly up the third base line foul. Tablazon .419 this season, 18 for 43 with 8 runs batted in. As that pitch misses down. And the count now full at 3-2. This ball chopped towards short. Yeaman will pick it up and fire across to first. For the first out here of the inning. So one away. Tablazon retired 6-3. And that'll give us a chance to set the defense for COC. Jake Schwartz will start at first. Charlie Roca, the second baseman. Colin Yeaman, the third baseman. The shortstop, Andy Amber's the third baseman. And then Ryan Camacho, Jovan Camacho, and Alex Sepulveda from left to right in the outfield. Here's John-Luke Hobdy stepping in. He takes a strike on a big hack, and the count is 1-1. So no, I need to trust my numbers. Rosales is that one called strike 3. Going to be the 19th strikeout of the year for Rosales as he's had 18 strikeouts in 18 innings. So 19-19 as he sits down Hobdy looking. 2 away. Here's Jordan Bowman. Bowman, 260 on the year, 13 hits and 50 at-bats. He chops this one softly on the infield. Rosales going to have to field his position, fires to first in time. Nicely done by Gavino Rosales as he sets down the Coyotes in order, 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Half an inning in the books. COC coming up.
The College of the Canyons Athletics Department is proud to announce the Hall of Fame class for 2023. This year's inductees include longtime women's basketball assistant coach Harlan Perlman, the 1986 state championship baseball team,
1996-97
state runner-up women's basketball team, the 2007 state finalist women's volleyball team, and 2-time state champion track and field star Chris Lowe. Be there for all the excitement Wednesday, March 29th at 4:30 p.m. at the Santa Clarita Performing Arts Center. For more information, visit cocathletics.com or call 661-362 3491. Go Cougs!
Home half of the first we go. The Cougar lineup stacks out like this today. Jovan Camacho leading things off and playing center field. Charlie Roca in the 2 spot. Then Andrew Allenson batting third. Andy Ambriz, the cleanup hitter today for COC. Then Jake Schwartz in the 5 spot. Colin Yeaman in the 6 spot. Alex Sepulveda batting 7th. Aaron Ruvalcaba, the DH, in the 8th spot. And Ryan Camacho batting 9th as they will face Niall Hessen getting the start today for Ciro Coso. As Hessen, 0-1 on the year, 4.82 ERA in 3 appearances. This is his second start of the year. He's only pitched in 9.1 innings. Or 9 innings and a third, I should say. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. He's given up 5 earned runs this year on just 7 hits. Opposing hitters hitting just .206 against him. As he'll face the top of the Cougar order. As we'll start things off with Jovan Camacho. .256 this year for Jovan in his sophomore season extended thanks to the pandemic. 11 for 43, 2 doubles, 4 runs batted in. It's Camacho part of the Cougar team last year that took down Ciro Coso in the regional play-in matchup here at Cougar Field. As that pitch down. Defensively for Ciro Coso, Bowman at first, Tablazon at second, Reyes at short, Bagshot third, Massis, Olmo, and Holzum from left to right in the outfield, with Alanes behind the plate. Talked about Jovan, WC South Gold Glover in 2022. Was 4 for 4 in that game as he lifts this ball in the air towards deep right center field. It's going to get over the head of Olmo. Heading towards second is Camacho, and he's in with a stand-up double. So the leadoff runner aboard for COC as Camacho a stand-up double to start things off, and the Cougars in business right away here from Cougar Field. So a leadoff double for Camacho on a hard hit ball out to deep right center field over the head of Olmo. And first pitch swinging is Roca, grounded hard towards short, picked up by Reyes, and he fires to first for the first out of the inning. So Roca unable to move Camacho over. Retired 6-3 for the first out of the inning. And here's Andrew Allenson. Allenson back in there as the catcher today. He's been fighting off a little bit of a hamstring injury, but has looked pretty good despite that since coming back into the lineup. 5 for 15 with a pair of home runs. Had 2 home runs the other day here against Santa Ana, a little less than a week ago. For Allenson, he had missed 6 straight after coming up a little limp after a base hit against Saddleback way back early on in the season, just the 3rd game of the year as he chops this one foul. Or the 2nd game of the year, excuse me. That was a 12-1 Cougar win. Allenson behind in the count, 0-2. Andrew just 2 runs batted in, both of those off those solo home runs. As Camacho leads away from second, Hessen will deliver. That one misses well away. It sets the count at 1-2 strikes. Cougars don't run a lot. I wouldn't imagine they run with the heart of the order coming up and Camacho standing at second base. Just 7 stolen bases this year for COC. As that pitch misses down, and Allenson's got the count back to 2-2. Allenson stays alive, fouls that one back to the screen. So we stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the first inning. It's that one called strike 3 in the outside corner. Allenson not happy with it. A good pitch from Hessen and 2 away. So 2 down, here's Andy Ambriz. Andy 343 as he swings at the first pitch, pops it in the air and foul ground up the first base line. Nobody going to get there as it's a foul ball, lands in foul territory. Holzum, Tablazon, and Bowman all chasing after it. Nobody can come up with it, so new life for Ambrose here. Indy having a little bit of a slow start this year. Does have 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in. But the first part of the year kind of struggled, has turned it on a little bit lately. Did go 0 for 4 yesterday against Santa Ana. Was 9 for 18 in the previous 4 games. So the count even at 1-1. Was 3 for 4 last year in the regional playing against Ciro Coso. Had a RBI run batted in, or and a run scored, I should say. As he waits and takes that pitch inside. Has himself a hitter's count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Ambrose waits on the pitch. Delivery there. You can't check his swing. Is a good breaking ball from Hessen down towards the back foot. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 away here in the first inning. As Ambrose hits this one on the ground towards short. That's going to get by the diving shortstop of Reyes, and Ambrose has his 11th run batted into the year, and the Cougars have a 1-0 lead. An RBI single for Andy Ambrose on a sharply hit ball through the middle of the infield past the diving Reyes, and the Cougars on the board here early on. Here's Jake Schwartz hitting from the left side. Schwartz has been a nice little surprise coming in. The freshman out of Stevenson's Ranch, went to West Ranch High School. Hitting .297 this year, 6 runs batted in. But he's done the job both at the plate and on the mound this year. Has been sparkling up on the bump. Comes in mid-relief, late relief, and can kind of lock things down as he stands in and waits on the pitch. And he's down 2 strikes here as it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Talk about him on the bump this year. An .063 average against. Is not allowed to run in 4 appearances. He's down on strikes here, though, as Hessen has his 2nd strikeout. Cougars get 1, though. A 1-0 lead after the first here from Cougar Field.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Top half of the second we go. Cougars with a 1-0 lead. Thanks to an RBI hit from Andy Ambrose. Ciro Coso will send 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. It'll be Holzum, Olmo, and Reyes to hit here against Rosales. We talked about Gavino missed his last start, but it's been really good. Had a no decision against Saddleback, but picked up back-to-back wins against Casumanas River and Allen Hancock. Was scheduled to pitch on the 18th against Santa Ana, but had some tightness, so the Cougars went with a bullpen game instead. But finds himself back in. Back-to-back 7-inning outings against Consumers River and Allen Hancock. Gave up 11 combined hits, but only 1 run as he gets Holzum to ground towards Yeaman at short for the first out here of the 2nd inning. There should be a strikeout of... So here's Brett Olmo standing in. Olmo early on this year, hitting .327, 16 for 49 with 4 doubles. Olmo, All Inland Empire Athletic Conference first team outfielder in 2022 as he takes that pitch away. Has himself back to a favorable count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's 1 for 4 in the regional play-in, left 2 on base against COCs, worked the count back to full. Part of a group that comes back from a playoff team last year from Ciro Coso. As he hits this one up the middle, that'll be a base hit. As it's, or actually it's gonna be picked up by Yeaman, excuse me, I thought it got through. Yeaman picks it up and fires it to first for the 2nd out of the inning. I thought the ball was hit a lot harder than it was. I looked down, looked back up, and 2 away. So 2 down, and Luigi Reyes coming in. A couple of ground balls to shortstop as Colin Yeaman playing a solid short so far. Got to a ball that I thought, again, was hit a lot harder than it was, maybe off the end of the bat. Blame it on the impending weather coming in. This Reyes 268 this year, 11 for 41 with 3 doubles. One ball, 2 strikes to count. This one hit on the ground towards third. Ambrose will pick it up inside the bag. Fires across the diamond, made Schwartz stretch across, but he's able to keep his foot on the bag and pick it up. 6 up, 6 down. Good start for Rosales, throwing ground balls here early on. At the end of an inning and a half, still 1-0 COC.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Home half of the 2nd. As the Cougars with a 1-0 lead. Yeah, they're not here at all. Would you be? So to say, would you be if you didn't have to be here? Colin Yeaman, Alex Sepulveda, and Aaron Ruvalcava, the scheduled hitters for COC. Yeaman 342 or 324 on the year as my dyslexia kicks in. 12 for 37 with 6 doubles. He's 23rd in the state in doubles right now. He's driven in 5. Does have a home run as he hits this one out in the air towards left field, but playable. And Massis comes in and makes the play, 1 away. Here's Alex Sepulveda. Sepulveda hitting 186, is slowed down. Had a good start to the year. Did have 2 hits against Santa Ana yesterday. Had a home run, 3 RBIs against Saddleback back on January 28th in that 12-1 win. But it's kind of fallen on a little bit of trouble at the plate as of late. Started the year very high in the lineup, but has fallen down to the 7 spot and hits here. Still in there because plays a solid right field as he hits this one in the air. Playable in center field for Olmo, who will make the catch for the second out here of the second inning. It's a cold day. It's going to be a tough day for hitters today with how the temperature has stacked out today. We're expecting some rain over the next couple of days here in Santa Clarita, possibly even some snow in the lowland areas of Southern California, which is pretty ridiculous. Talking about maybe snow on Saturday here in Santa Clarita. It's 45 degrees at first pitch today. The wind has kind of stayed away. The rain has stayed away for the moment. But makes it tough on the guys at the plate with the temp starting to fall a little bit. Some of it just about staying loose. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Ruvalcaba getting the start here today. Hitting .250 on the years. He's down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Hessen here as he sets the Cougars down in order in the second inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. 1-0 COC as we head to the 3rd here from Cougar Field.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Prepping in case I get snowed in and need to do work. Tap half of the 3rd. Ciro Coso sending Hunter Bangshaw, Jackson Alanis, and Jordan Massis to the plate. It's Bagshaw 268 on the year. Takes the first pitch inside. 11 for 41. With 3 doubles, a couple of home runs, 10 runs batted in. Bagshaw 2 for 4 last year in the regional play-in. Had a 5-game hitting streak at one point this season, from February 9th to February 16th, but only had 5 hits during that 5-game hitting streak as he chops this one on the ground towards 3rd. Ambrose picks it up, takes his time, fires to 1st. 7 in a row retired for Rosales. 1 away. You look, it's been all ground balls here from Gavino so far, other than the strikeout of John Luke Hobdy. He's done the good job to keep the ball out of the air, which is a really tough thing to do. His first pitch swinging, Alanis hits this on the ground to short game and knocks it down. Fires to 1st and gets him in time. Good job from Yeaman to stay with it that time. 2 away, and that'll bring us Jordan Massis as Rosales trying to work on a quick inning here. As Massis takes that pitch away. Masses 280 on the season, 5 runs batted in. Only struck out twice this year as he's way ahead. 2 balls and no strikes. As he fouls this one straight back to the screen. Rosales gets himself back in the count. Masses takes that pitch for a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jordan this year, 7 games with a base hit. Had a 3-game hitting streak to start the year, but it's cooled off a little bit as of late as he fouls that one back to the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the 3rd inning. Rosales delivers. He sets down Massis on strikes. 9 up, 9 down. 2.5 in the books. COC with a 1-0 lead. Ryan Camacho will start things off for the Cougars here in the 3rd, then back to the top of the order. COC with a 1-0 lead. Ryan, all Western States Conference South 2nd team back in 2022. It's 1 for 4 the last time these two teams met last year in the regional playoff. This year hitting .324, 12 for 37 with a double, a home run, 13 runs batted in. As he's been so deadly out of that 9 spot all year long, especially with the runners on, has just found a way all season long. And that's why him and his brother are both in there. Coach Cota really likes them at the top and the bottom of the order, kind of balances things out for COC. Jovan hitting from the left-hand side, Ryan hitting from the right-hand side. So he's got himself way ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes. As he faces Hessen, the lefty, who's been out of the stretch the whole day, comes on a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike. Makes it 2-1. That pitch misses away. Three balls and 1 strike here to Ryan Camacho. Hessen deals, misses it back to the screen. Camacho taking his time to get down to first. He'll start to hustle now, but Alanis has the ball and fires it back in. First walk of the day issued by Hessen. The Cougars with a base runner aboard here in the 3rd inning. As Jovan Camacho, who doubled to start the game and scored, steps in. Camacho shows bunt, fouls it away. Cougars opting for maybe a little bit of small ball. Jovan last year was pretty hot throughout the season, hitting .256 this year, but had a 7-game hitting streak at one point through the month of March last year. As he shows bunt, that ball gets back to the screen on a wild pitch, and Ryan Camacho going to head to second base. So a wild pitch to Hessen. Look for Hessen this year. That's his 2nd wild pitch. And now the Cougars can really move runners around. Hessen going to try and get Camacho at 3rd. throw not going to be in time as the Camachos are on first and third now. Hessen picked it up. If he made a better throw, it might have given Bagshaw the chance to put a tag on, but the throw kind of pulled Bagshaw forward and off the bag, and so it's a fielder's choice, and the Cougars with runners on the corners here in the third inning for Charlie Roca. And now we'll see if COC opts to really play small ball and try and steal a run with speed on each corner as Roca swings and fouls the first pitch away. Roca grounded to shorten his first at bat before we got a chance to really give you a look at him. 342 on the year, home run and 7 runs batted in. Only has 2 extra base hits out of his 13 total on the season. As he stands with runners on the corners, Hessen lost that curveball a little bit and it stayed well outside. So it evens the count at 1-1. With Camacho standing at first, that's Jovan. Ryan standing at third. So the Cougars will stay put. That pitch misses away. And Roca with a hitter's count here at 2-1. Nobody out here in the third inning. Cougars have had one in the first, trying to add another here in the third. So Roca fouls this one off to the right. They'll get into the bullpen and be out of play. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Hessen's breaking ball misses away. So the count full here to Roca. Hessen in danger of putting the bases loaded with Allenson waiting on deck and the heart of the Cougar order starting to get loose. Trying to put up a big number here. As Camacho in motion on the 3-2. Roca pops it up. Back of the infield. Coming in as the right fielder. Holzem to make the catch for the first out here of the inning. Camacho in motion, but the pitch hits Allenson. And so the Cougars get the bases loaded anyway, as Allenson hit on the first pitch. I think that's the 28th time this year the Cougars have been hit by a pitch. Now Ambriz hits with the bases loaded and a chance to try and add to the Cougar lead as this one grounded towards third. The play to the plate for 1, and that's all they're going to get as Bagshaw comes to the plate for the second out. So Ambriz swings at the first pitch and grounds into a fielder's choice. For the Cougars right now, you cannot afford to not at least get a run here. So scored 5-2 for the second out. First pitch swinging is Schwartz, pops it into foul ground back of the third base bag. Going over to try and make the play was Bagshaw, but he kind of ran himself into a tough spot. There's a ton of foul territory out off to the left of your screen, well behind where we can pick up on camera. And it's actually the COC bullpen that Bagshaw was out into, and I think he kind of got himself into no man's land, was not quite sure where the fence was. Schwartz gets hit on the arm, so the Cougars are going to get a run. Second hit batter in the inning, and COC adds one without a hit here in this third inning. So it's an RBI for Schwartz. It's the 29th time the Cougars have been hit by a pitch this year. Here's Colin Yeaman. trying to add to the COC lead here. The base is loaded. Allenson at third, Ambrose at second, Schwartz at first. This one hit off the foot of Yeaman, so we'll stay put. Yeaman popped out for the first out of the second inning. Cougars with a run on the board here in the third without a hit. A walk to Camacho, a fielder's choice on a bunt by Jovan Camacho that Ryan was able to beat out to third as they were just trying to sack him over. Then Allenson hit by a pitch. Ambrose grounds into a fielder's choice for the second out. As Yeaman hits this one in the air towards center field. Olmo trying to come in. Will not get there. It'll fall. 2 runs will come in. Into second base is Yeaman. And the Cougars add 2 with a 2 RBI single with 2 away to make it 4-0. So an RBI single for Colin Yeaman here brings home 2 as Allenson scores easily along with Ambrose. And now we go to Alex Sepulveda, who flew out to center field last inning. So second and third here, the Cougars 3 across. They've only done it with 1 hit as this one chopped towards third. Bagshaw picks it up, fires to first, and that will end the inning. But the Cougars do get 3, 2 of them off an RBI single from Colin Yeaman. It's 4-0 Canyons as we head to the 4th.
The College of the Canyons Athletics Department is proud to announce the Hall of Fame class for 2023. This year's inductees include longtime women's basketball assistant coach Harlan Perlman, the 1986 state championship baseball team,
1996-97
state runner-up women's basketball team, the 2007 state finalist women's volleyball team, and 2-time state champion track and field star Chris Lowe. Be there for all the excitement Wednesday, March 29th at 4:30 p.m. at the Santa Maria Performing Arts Center. For more information, visit cocathletics.com or call 661-362-3491. Go Cougs!
Four to nothing COC. Top of the order we go in the 4th for Ciro Coso, Tablazon, Hobdy, and Bowman, the scheduled hitters. Trying to get something going against Gavino Rosales, who in an extended break, and that'll be something to keep an eye on as we continue on through the game as well, is longer innings at the plate. How tough will it be for a pitcher coming back? So we work here in the 4th. As Tablazon swings and misses. 419 this year. 8 runs batted in. Struck out 7 times, walked 6 times. As he hits this one in the air foul out of play. And an 8-game hitting streak to start the season. Was 17 for 33 during the streak. Did go 0 for 4 against Santa Barbara last week. Trying to get something going here for his side as it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Rosales has retired the first 9. Is that one a called strike 3 on the inner half? Tablazon down on strikes. 3rd strikeout of the day for Rosales. One away here in the 4th. Here's John Luke Hobdy, struck out in his first at bat. Hobdy has hit safely in 9 of 12 so far this year. So he hits this one on the ground to the right side. That'll get through for a base hit. So Rosales retires the first 10, gives up his first hit of the ball game against. First runner on for Ciro Coso on a 1-out single from John Luke Hobdy. So make it 10 of 12. Or 10 of 13 this year that he's hit safely in. Now Jordan Bowman, who was thrown out on a solid play from Rosales back in the first to end the first, had to field his position coming off the mound to the right, was able to pick it up and fire it back across to get Bowman, who fouls this one away. Bowman started this season with he's currently on a 7-game hitting streak. Back to February 7th. It was 3 for 19 to start the year, but has come on as Rosales with a quick move. But diving back was Hobdy. Hobdy, 2 stolen bases in his 2 attempts this year. Bowman, 260 on the season, a couple home runs, 12 runs batted in as he hits this one in the air to deep left center field. That one is way out of here. A 2-run home run for Bowman, and Ciro Coso gets on the board. This Bowman didn't give anybody a chance to even get a look at it. Ryan Camacho jogged that way for a split second and then just stopped. Jovan, I saw jump in the air jokingly like he was going to get it, but it landed about 40 feet deep in the parking lot out there. So a 2-run home run from Bowman. Ciro Coso gets 2 back after the Cougars got 3 in the third. So now Rosales needs to settle in. He retired the first 10, but gave up a single to Hobdy and a home run to Bowman as he faces Holzum, who grounded out in his first at bat. So he's way ahead here, 2-0. For Rosales, you look at the first 10 outs. Did not allow a fly ball. 2 or 3 strikeouts, and the rest were ground balls. But Hobdy able to square one up. And then Bowman, same thing. This is kind of the struggle here at Cougar Field as well. The ball does travel, even on a cold day like today where it shouldn't move quite as well. The field plays pretty small, all things considered. So really got to pitch to ground balls as much as you can. We've seen it at Whitten Field too here in the Cougar Sports Network for softball. Balls that leave that we didn't think were going to leave. We actually saw one the other day when COC was playing LA Mission College on the softball side, and Julia Fuentes hit a home run over the top of the wind blowing straight in from left field. So it just tells you how much the ball flies out here at College of the Canyons. This is a 3-2 count to Holzum. So he waits on the delivery from Rosales. Called strike 3 on the outside corner for the second out here of the 4th inning. Give Rosales 4 strikeouts in the ball game now. It's 2 down and Brent Olmo stepping in. First pitch to Olmo in there for a strike. Olmo grounded to third in his first at-bat. That one misses just away. Look for Gavino this year. It's not been a high strikeout guy. He's had some high strikeout, or had one high strikeout game, that game against Casumas River. As this one grounded foul up the first base line. That was his first win of the year, an 8-2 win where he was stellar, but it's not really needed to be a high strikeout guy. 16 total strikeouts in those 2 wins. Has the ability to get the punch outs, though, when he needs them. As he bounces that one in the dirt. I think it's been a good mix today, keeping his defense involved. 4 strikeouts through 4 innings. It's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. As he faces Olmo. That's been the other thing for Gavino this year, is avoiding walks, as this one hit right back up the box for a base hit for Olmo. As Rosales couldn't come up with it. Tried to spin around to make the play, but could not. So it's a 2-out single and a base runner here for Ciro Coso. As Luigi Reyes coming in. You look, Rosales talked about 18 strikeouts, just 1 walk. So you're talking about a strikeout an inning this year coming into the game, and he's right on that number. And the strikeout to walk ratio is really the number that you look at as things continue on. 22 Ks, only 1 walk this year. So you talk about a 22-to-1 ratio right now, which is rather ridiculous as he works himself ahead in the count. Facing Luigi Reyes, who grounded to third to end the 2nd inning. Rosales keeping a close eye on Olmo. Olmo stays put. Pitch to Reyes, misses away. Olmo has 1 stolen base attempt this year and wasn't able to complete it, so he's been caught stealing in his only attempt at stealing a base this season. So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count here to Reyes. Rosales delivers. That pitch over for a called strike. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs across for Ciro Coso here in the 4th. Cougars with a 4-2 lead as the 1-2 pitch chopped in front of the mound. Rosales going to pick it up. He'll fire to first, and Schwartz just drops it. Tried to kind of scoop his hand backhanded with the right hand and just didn't catch the ball cleanly, so scored an error on Schwartz. And you extend the inning here for Ciro Coso, put runners on first and second. Rosales did his job that time. It's the 10th error of the season on COC. Or scratch that, the 11th error of the season on COC. So now Rosales pitches to Bagshaw. With 2 away and 2 aboard. Is that one over for a strike? Bagshaw grounded to third to lead off the 3rd. Rosales misses away. One on one the count here to Bagshaw. Coming into the game hitting .268. Waits with 2 on, lifts this in the air, foul down the first base line. It'll get out of play. So behind on the count, 0-2. Bagshaw 10 runs batted in this year. Ian Bowman coming into the game, we're tied for the team lead in home runs with 2, but Bowman with the 2-run home run. That pitch right down the heart of the plate, but missed just low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch that time from Rosales. An extended inning here, having to work. This one hit on the ground towards short. Yeaman knocks it down, sends it to second, just in time to get the runner at second base and end the inning. Yeaman having a little bit of trouble with that one as the runner sprinting in front of him. And Olmo kind of created a little bit of a screen, but he's able to get the out at second base to finish off the inning. 2 runs across, though, for Ciro Coso. We head to the home half of the 4th here. COC with a 4-2 lead.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Take one, but I can't really eat on the dang microphone here. That's how you eat with those anyway. Come on, you know how it is. Home half of the 4th, Ruvalcaba, Camacho, and Camacho, the scheduled hitters for COC. Ruvalcaba struck out his first time up. That pitch misses. Down and away as Hessen works into the 4th inning. Hessen, just his second start of the year. His only start was against Fresno City. Only went an inning and 2/3. Gave up 3 hits and 5 runs as he hits Ruvalcaba. 3rd time today he's hit a batter. The Cougars are just ball magnets this year, it seems. But you take him any way you can get him. A base runner is a base runner. And now Ryan Camacho comes up. Walked in the 3rd. As he faces Hessen. Hessen's longest outing was 4 innings against Santa Barbara, so he's trying to get to that as Camacho shows bunt, bunts it up the 3rd base line, but it goes foul. So we'll come back and do it again. Gave up 3 hits in that 4-inning outing against Santa Barbara with a couple of Ks and a walk. Ruvalcaba stays put. Camacho bunts and bunts foul. So now with 2 strikes, gonna have to protect a bit. Unable to move the runner over, and we'll see if Chris Cota makes him bunt again. Cougars this year, 6-4 on the season. 3-2 here on their home turf. 3-2 on the road. Ciro Coso 7-6. On the years. That ball gets away from Ruvalcaba, or gets away from the first baseman, Bowman, as they tried to pick off Ruvalcaba, and he's going to head down to second base. So an error on Hessen on the throw. Or actually, they're going to score an error on Bowman on the throw. I didn't really see it, so I just saw the ball go away. So an error as this one hit out into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So a two-strike single for Camacho, and it'll put runners on the corners for COC. Camacho with his first hit of the ball game, and his brother coming up with runners on the corners and nobody out here in the fourth inning. 21st error of the year going to be charged to Bowman for Ciro Coso as a group. Cougar's going to try and make him pay here. As Camacho shows bunt, drags it back, takes the ball. Looks as though COC going to opt to try and get two runners out there in scoring position. Maybe a little safety squeeze with Ruvalcaba. Instead, the ball going to get back to the screen. Ruvalcaba going to score. Camacho was stealing and had second base stolen. And the Cougars going to get a run across here on a wild pitch, his second one of the day on Hessen. Nearly hit Jovan Camacho across the arm. But instead it's a wild pitch. That pitch over for a strike, gets it to 2-2. Second wild pitch against Hessen here. It's the Cougars with a 5-2 lead as that pitch misses away. So good hitters count here for Jovan Camacho. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ryan leads away from second. Jovan waits from the left-hand side. Hessen hits him on the hip, but it would have been ball 4 anyway. They'll put runners on first and second for COC, as it's already the 4th hit batter of the ball game. Cougars have been hit now 31 times as a group. And it's going to bring a visit out to the mound. It's a chat with Hessen upcoming. We'll see if Justice Scott, the 9th-year head coach for Ciro Coso, opts to make a change. I don't think he's going to at this point, although there is some action going on in the bullpen right now. Some of the Coyotes trying to get loose and quickly here. I believe that was Ryan Cantrell, the assistant coach, heading out that way. So here's Charlie Roca. Grounded out, flew out, 0 for 2. Infield is in, and Hessen gets the ball out to second base, but it's thrown away once again out into center field. And the Cougars will move runners up to second and third here, as the ball got away from Tablazon. They were trying to run a set play for a pickoff move. So Roca with a chance here with 2 runners out there in scoring position. Takes that pitch away. Two balls, no strikes. Nobody out here in the 4th inning. Cougars with 1 run across, trying to push more across here with 2 runners out there. As Roca hits this one in the air to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Both the Camacho boys are going to come around to score, as Roca with a 2 RBI single And the Cougars, once again, have padded the lead, make it 7-2. That will immediately bring a pitching change and end the day for Hessen. A 2 RBI single here in the fourth. Hessen into trouble, can't get out of it. Hit a couple of batters, gave up a couple of singles, and that'll end his day after 3+ innings. Pitching change when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. So the pitching change here for Ciro Coso. Jacob Ortiz going to come in. 1-1 on the year in 3 appearances, all out of the bullpen. A 3.86 ERA and 4 2/3 innings pitched. Has struck out 2 and walked 2, given up 3 runs on 7 hits and a home run. Opposing hitters hitting .350 against him as he'll face Andrew Allenson here for COC with Roca at first base after the RBI single. For Hessen, 3+ innings pitched. He's still responsible for Roca. He gives up 5 hits. So far, 7 runs. He walked 1, struck out 3. But he hit 4 batters. So he faces Allenson on the left-hand side of the plate here. Or excuse me, as Ortiz will face Allenson on the left-hand side of the plate. With the right-handed pitching Ortiz up on the rubber. Allenson, his 2 home runs the other day against Santa Ana, both came off the left side of the plate. Soroka stands at first. Ortiz winds and delivers, and that one gets through the legs of Alanes, and that'll let Roca move up to second base. So that one going to go as a passed ball. So Roca moves up 90 feet. Alanes with the pass ball is now it's started to open up a little bit of rain coming as Allenson hits. As that pitch misses up and away. And so we've kind of been waiting on the rain to show up. And it's finally got here. So we'll continue on. We're in the 5th, or the 4th. The Cougars with a 7-2 lead. Ortiz delivers. That pitch misses down. Allenson an easy 4-pitch walk. So Ortiz fails to deliver the first batter that he faces. A walk issued, and here's Andy Ambrose hitting with nobody out and runners at first and second. Ambrose takes the first pitch up. It's 1 ball, no strikes, the count here to Ambrose. Roca at second. Allenson at first. Ortiz on the rubber, set at the belt, checking the runners. We'll decide to look back at Roca as the raindrops have picked up a bit more. Start to hear him on the microphone a little bit, the Nat Sound microphone just above us. It's Roca dancing around. Raindrops getting heavier as Ambrose takes a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count here in the 4th inning. 7-2 in favor of COC. Cougars have some movement going on out in the bullpen. Not sure if that's just guys trying to find covers. Ambrose with a big hack misses on a good ball down from Ortiz. It makes the count 1-2. Not sure if they're getting somebody loose to take over for Rosales now that the rain has kind of come out. I don't know if Rosales maybe has tightened up again since it is kind of a cold day. Did miss his last start, as we said. It's looked relatively sharp today. As Ambrose works the count to 2-2. Hear the rain hitting the tin roof above us. It's picked up quite a bit. So we'll play on. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Ambrose down on strikes. First out here of the inning. First pitch swinging here, Schwartz chops it towards second base. They'll get the runner at second in Allenson. So Schwartz on with a fielder's choice and 2 away. So Allenson out 4-6. If you're scoring with us at home. Schwartz on with a fielder's choice in the first pitch swinging. And Colin Yeaman, who had the RBI double in the 3rd, stands in. He's set, runners on the corners. Yeaman first pitch swinging, swings through it. Just as soon as the rain started, it's kind of stopped up again, which is nice. So we want to get this one in today. Ciro Coso with a nice little 2.5-hour trip to get out here to Santa Clarita. Is that one over for a strike? Makes it no balls and 2 strikes to count to Yeaman. Cougars scheduled to play Orange Coast on Saturday here at Cougar Field, but the threat of rain pretty heavy over the next couple of days, Thursday, Friday, and the threat of snow on Saturday could put a hamper in those plans. That pitch down in the dirt. Schwartz going to take second base. So it'll put runners on the corners here for Yeaman. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. 7-2 COCs. They've put up 3 runs in back-to-back innings. So Yeaman, that one down in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, Alanes, and scoring from 3rd is Roca as he and Ortiz crashed into one another. Schwartz moves up to 3rd base. The Cougars add another one. On what's going to go down as a passed ball against Alanes, the 2nd one against him here in the inning. So the Cougars add another, and Roca can add one, Yeaman can add one more, with now Schwartz standing at 3rd base. So that one down in the dirt again. This time Alanes does a better job of blocking it. So the count here full. As Yeaman waits on the full count pitch from Ortiz with 2 away, and it hits him in the hip. So the Cougars will put runners on the corners now here again in the 4th. Fifth batter that's been hit today by Ciro Coso. The Cougars have capitalized on it as much as they possibly can with 8 runs across here in the ball game. So after the Cougars got 3 in the 3rd, Ciro Coso got 2 in the 4th. The Cougars have snapped right back with 4 of their own. As here's Alex Sepulveda, the 9th man to the plate here for COC. It's kind of been the little bit of the struggle for Ciro Coso this year. The ERA 4.78. Opposing hitters hitting 277 against him, but they've given up 76 runs in 113 innings. Coming into today, though, the one thing they have done really well is they've not given up the long ball, just 1 home run in those 113 innings against. They have struck out 88, but they've walked 66. It's been kind of a question mark of a staff at times this year. So they've had some really nice performances. Romero Rodriguez and Jake Ridding have each gotten 2 wins this year. Both of their ERAs are pretty sparkling. When you look at Rodriguez, a 2.30 ERA, Ridding an 0.71 ERA this year. So they've been the heavy appearance guys, but it's just kind of been a question of who's going to get the start, who's going to be able to kind of carry things along as the rain picks up once again on a 2-0 count here to Sepulveda. Ball gets away from Alanis again as Yeaman heads down to second base. So again, the Cougars with runners at second and third. It's a 3-0 count here to Sepulveda as the Cougars trying to hit around in the 4th inning as the rain has now started to come even heavier than it was a few moments ago. This 3-0 pitch misses down. So a 4-pitch walk, Sepulveda on. And the Cougars now with the bases loaded. And they'll send Aaron Ruvalcaba back to the plate for the 2nd time here in the 4th inning. As we continue on, Ruvalcaba hit by a pitch and scored here in the inning. Bases loaded full of Cougars as Ortiz's pitch over for a strike. Can officially close the book on Hessen if we did not. Gave up 8 runs in the ball game as Ruvalcaba behind in the count, 0-2. Zerain stops a touch. No balls and 2 strikes here to Aaron Ruvalcaba. Ortiz trying to get out of the trouble. This one hit up the middle on the ground. Sliding to pick it up is the shortstop Reyes, and he taps on second base with his glove to set down Sepulveda for the final out of the inning. Cougars, though, get 4. We head to the 5th, 8-2 in favor of COC.
The College of the Canyons Athletics Department is proud to announce the Hall of Fame class for 2023. This year's inductees include longtime women's basketball assistant coach Harlan Perlman, the 1986 state championship baseball team,
1996-97
state runner-up women's basketball team, the 2007 state finalist women's volleyball team, and 2-time state champion track and field star Chris Lowe. Be there for all the excitement Wednesday, March 29th at 4:30 p.m. at the Santa Maria Performing Arts Center. For more information, visit cocathletics.com or call 661-362-3491. Go Cougs!
Canyons an 8-2 lead as we head to the home half, or the top half of the 5th inning. It's not been a heavy hit game for COC, but certainly put up the runs. As you look, two hits in the first. They had just one hit in the third. That was a 3-run third inning. And got 4 runs in that fourth off just 2 hits. A couple of errors in that inning, a couple of passed balls in that inning. Cougars left 2 on base. So there's Jackson Alanes standing in. Facing Rosales back out there for the 5th as Alanes fouls this one away. Alanes 0 for 1, grounded to short, is only at bat. So Rosales puts that one right where Allenson wanted it. Bounced it in the dirt. Trying to get Alanes to chase. Instead will deliver, and that one's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. 1 away here as the Cougars up. Not to throw it around. I wonder why. Maybe because it's cold. Trying to just get the ball back into Gavino Rosales' hands. Alanes down on strikes. As Rosales right back to work quickly. Right back into the strike zone. 5 strikeouts in the ballgame for him so far as he faces Massis, who struck out in his first at-bat. That pitch over for called strike 2. And Rosales way ahead. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 away here in the 5th inning. This one chopped foul up the third base line. We'll do it again. The 2-pitch misses up and away. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here in the 5th inning. As down on strikes is Massis. 2nd strikeout of the inning for Rosales. Give him 6 strikeouts in the ball game. So we talked about maybe not looked at as a high strikeout guy, but proves us wrong once again. 6 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he'll face Tablazon, who was a strikeout in his last at bat. Back in the 4th inning. It's Rosales behind in the count, 2-0. Tablazon 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a strikeout. As he waits on the 2-0 delivery, swings through a fastball as Rosales working excessively quickly right now. Just kind of gets back on the bump, rocks and fires, goes right back to work. This one fouled back to the screen, so he gets himself back to a 2-2 count. With the rain kind of threatening right now, it's a very important inning to finish off here. You got to get through 5 to make it a complete. As Rosales hits Tablazon with 2 strikes. First hit batter for him today. And it'll put a 2-out base runner up there for Ciro Coso. John-Luke Hobdy, who had a single and scored on the 2-run home run from Bowman back in the 4th. 1 for 2 today. Facing Rosales. Swings and grounds this ball towards third. Ambriz not going to be able to get to it as it gets underneath his glove. And so now you put runners on first and second here. Rosales did his job, got a ground ball. It's an error on Ambriz. Trying to charge it and just didn't stay down long enough. 2nd error of the year on Ambriz. 2nd error of the ballgame on COC. And here's Bowman, who had the 2-run home run on a deep, deep ball to left center field last time up, takes a strike. So Rosales now finds himself into trouble after cruising through Alanis and Massis. Hits Tablazon with 2 strikes. An error from Ambriz to put Hobdy on. Has himself in a 1-1 count here with Bowman, who already has a home run today in the ballgame. Runners on first and second here as Rosales delivers. That one misses just away. This one hit on the ground. That's going to get through for a base hit to left field. They're going to try and send Tablazon. The throw from Ryan Camacho going to be cut off by Ambriz. It's an RBI single for Bowman. Ciro Coso gets one back. And so the error from Ambriz hurts you here. 3rd RBI of the ball game for Bowman. 2nd hit of the ball game for Bowman. And now Jack Holzum will come in. So you kind of hurt yourself here for your COC. Rosales hits Tablazon, then an error from Ambriz. And Bowman makes him pay with an RBI single. Pitch misses just up and away. Jax Holzum 0 for 2. Ground ball and a strikeout. Now you've got Hobdy out at second base as Holzum swings through a fastball for a strike. 1-1 the count here in the 5th inning. This ball lifted in the air to right field. Sepulveda drifting in will make the catch. And that'll end the inning. So Rosales gives up 1 on a 2-out base hit from Jordan Bowman. At the end of 4 1/2, 8-3 in favor of COC. It's the Cougars coming up. Pitching change for Ciro Coso here in the 5th inning. Moises Soriano coming in to take over. 3 appearances on the year. 0-2 so far this season with 11.15 ERA. He's gone just 4 2/3 innings this year. He'll face Ryan Camacho to start things off, who tried to bunt for a base hit. Missed it, and it's a called strike. Ortiz goes an inning, walks 2, doesn't strike anybody out, doesn't give up any runs against him, and doesn't give up any hits. What was a long inning for COC that only had a couple of hits in it, but still had 4 runs. So it's a 1-1 count here to Camacho. Cougars an 8-3 lead. So that pitch misses down. Camacho hits this one on the ground towards short. Reyes fires to first. First out here of the 5th inning. So here's Jovan Camacho's. Been on base all 3 times today. Has scored 3 times. Had a leadoff double, grounded into a fielder's choice, but was able to reach and come around to score, then was hit by a pitch in the 4th and scored. As he faces Soriano here. That one misses away. Two-0 count here to Jovan Camacho. Action in the COC bullpen as it looks like Gavino Rosales might be done for the day. After 5 strong, as Camacho hits this one in the air towards left center field, almost drifting over, and will just get to it and make the catch. Nearly got burned again. The last time Camacho hit one over his head, he got it over his head. The last time Camacho hit one that deep, he got it over his head. Nearly did it again. So 2 down, and here's Charlie Roca. Singled in the 4th, 1 for 3 today. One ball and 1 strike to count here to Roca. This one hit down the right field line, foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the 5th inning. Cougars an 8-3 lead. 1 in the 1st, 3 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th. For Ciro Coso, 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. This one hit on the ground. That's going to get by Bagshaw out to left field for a base hit for Roca. His 2nd hit here of the ball game, 2nd single. And the Cougars a 2-out hit here in the 5th. Here's Andrew Allenson, 0 for 1 today. Struck out, hit by a pitch and walked. And he'll hit now from the right-hand side, back to the other side of the plate. As he faces the lefty Soriano. Allenson swings and misses. Allenson, a pretty big dude, 6'5", 230s. He chops this one to 3rd. Bagshaw fires it to 1st, and Allenson not going to outrun himself and hurt himself again. He's already been fighting a hamstring injury, and that'll end the inning. So the Cougars go quietly here in the 5th. We'll head to the 6th, still 8-3 COC.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Pitching change. Cougars are going to lift Gavino Rosales after 5 innings, but credit him, he went 5 strong, gave up 3 runs on just 4 hits. Didn't get helped out by a couple of errors. Did strike out 6. Didn't walk anybody, didn't hit a batter. Just 2 of the runs against earned. They'll give way to Brooks Snyder, who will take over. Snyder, the sophomore right-hander out of Birmingham High School, or excuse me, sophomore right-hander out of Valencia High School. In 4 appearances this year, has a 5.91 ERA, 10 innings pitched, struck out 11, walked 8. Given up 7 earned runs, 8 total runs on 12 hits. Opposing hitters hitting .300 against him as he'll face Brent Olmo, Luigi Reyes, and Hunter Bagshaw here in the 6th inning for Ciro Coso. Schneider's first pitch over for a strike. So he faces Olmo here, who singled and grounded to short. This ball lifted in the air down the left field line. Camacho moving that way will make the catch. So 1 away. Here's Luigi Reyes. Reached on an error, grounded to short, or grounded to third. So he'll make his way up to the plate. Taking a quick look at the radar right now as we now fight the elements just a bit. A little bit of the storm starting to make its way down to us. So we might be able to finish this one through 9. This one hit in the air towards left center field. Ryan drifting over, his brother right there with him. Ryan will make the catch. So a pair of flyouts to start here to left field in the 6th inning. 2 down. And it'll bring us to Hunter Bagshaw, who's grounded to third and grounded into a fielder's choice. Snyder trying to work a clean inning for COC. Gavino Rosales retired the first 10 he faced before giving up back-to-back hits in the 4th inning. Then ran into some trouble in the 4th and the 5th. But in line for the victory right now, should the Cougars be able to keep this going, as Snyder delivers, Bagshaw takes. 1-1 count here. To the third baseman. Again, the rain's starting to come in. Snyder, a breaking ball that misses down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the Ciro Coso 6th. And some folks wandering in and wandering out as the game has continued on. As Bagshaw waves at a breaking ball. Good pitch from Snyder. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like the entire COC bullpen going to come into the dugout. It's a good pitch from Snyder. Sets down Bagshaw and strikes on a breaking ball. That'll end the 6th inning. A 1-2-3 6th inning for Brooks Snyder. We'll head to the home half of the 6th in an 8-3 ball game.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit. 0 textbook cost class options and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, the future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Canyons will send Ambriz, Schwartz, and Yeaman to the plate. Here in the 6th inning to face Moises Soriano. Yeah, but by the time we get there, my ride's going to be long gone back up to home. We're trying to beat snow again. Amber's first pitch swinging, knocked down by Bagshaw. Fires to first, not in time. Scored an infield hit for Ambrose here to start in the 6th. Second hit of the ball game for Andy. And the Cougars with a base runner. In the 6th inning is Jake Schwartz, now 0 for 3 today, steps in, or 0 for 2 today, steps in. Struck out, grounded into a fielder's choice. Hit by a pitch that brought in a run. As he faces the lefty Soriano and fouls the first pitch off back to the left. If you're a COC fan, big game tonight in women's college basketball down in Rio at Rio Hondo College. Ladies in action. Lady Cougars trying to start a playoff run, taking on Rio Hondo on the road. Unfortunately, that game not going to be live streamed, but you can follow along at least with the score on the 3C2A website if you want to keep track. And of course, here on the Cougar Sports Network, coming on Saturday, barring any crazy rain or snow or any other ridiculous weather that might happen here in California. Baseball again in action against Orange Coast College as Ambra's in motion. Schwartz swings and misses. Throw not going to be in time. So Ambrose has second base stolen. For the Cougars as a unit, just their 8th stolen base of the season. Or had just 7 coming in. I think they actually have a couple of today. So to put runner on second base here now for Schwartz. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. Cougars want to add to the lead just a touch more. Schwartz waits, misses down. Did Soriano. And it makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schwartz fouls this one off up the first base line. We'll do it again at 2-2. Good pitch from Soriano. Gets Schwartz to swing through a breaking ball. One down here in the 6th inning. Schwartz down on strikes for the 2nd time today. First strikeout to Soriano. For Soriano. Here's Colin Yeaman. Singled, hit by a pitch. Popped out. Yeaman 1 for 2 today. Fouls this one off to the right. This ball hit on the ground towards 3rd. Bagshaw picks it up. Fires to 1st. Bowman has the tag as the throw pulled him off the bag. So Yeaman not able to move the runner over. He's out 5-3. Two down here in the 6th. Here's Alex Sepulveda. Walked, flew out, grounded out. 0 for 2 today. So Alanis does a good job to keep that one from getting back to the screen as Soriano lost it. Would have moved up Ambrose to 3rd. Rain's starting to fall a little bit again. Amber is in motion on the pitch. This ball lifted out into left center field and deep by Sepulveda. That ball is gone. A 2-run, 2-out home run for Alex Sepulveda. Make it 10-3 in favor of COC. For Sepulveda, the deep fly ball that carries well out. His 3rd home run of the, or his 2nd home run of the year. As now it's started to rain sideways as the Cougars have pushed the lead to 10-3. We've had to pack up a little bit of our gear. check. So Amber's down on strikes. Sorry, we lost the audio for a second there. Computer's starting to get a little unhappy. It's cold. We've lost a bunch of capabilities at this point in time, so we'll do our best the rest of the way as we're in the 7th. So Amber's down on strikes, Roca down on strikes. Allenson had a single, and here's Schwartz. So we still work here in the 7th. Schwartz ahead 2-0. Facing Romeo Rodriguez, who came in to take over here in the inning. Schwartz works a walk. So we'll put runners on first and second here. Close the book on Soriano. Went 2 innings. Gave up 2 runs. Both of them earned on 4 hits in the 2 innings. One of them a 2-run home run from Alex Sepulveda. Walked 1, struck out 1. Or actually walked 1, struck out 2. As he faces Colin Yeaman. Singled, flew out, grounded out, hit by a pitch. Had a 2 RBI hit back in the 3rd. The Cougars work with 2 away here in the 7th inning. Cougars 10 runs on 9 hits. Left 8 on base so far today. Three runs on 4 hits for Ciro Coso today. 3 left on base for them as Yeaman works it back to a 3-2 count. Full count, 2 outs. Runners will be in motion here. And actually, sorry, it was a 2-2 count, or 1-2 count. Scoreboard keeps doing gymnastics right now on what the count is, so now it's 2-2. Was 3-2, was 1-2, it's 0-2, now it's 2-2. They actually lost the scoreboard here at Cougar Field for a quick second. Somebody kicked the plug out, maybe. The rain kind of causing problems as Yeaman hits this one in the air towards deep center field, way back, and that one is gone. A 3-run home run for Colin Yeaman, and the Cougars add to the lead here in the 7th. A deep center field 3-run bomb. Second home run of the ball game for the Cougars. for Yemen, his second home run of the year. As Sepulveda, who had the other home run, fouls the first pitch off his foot. So make it a 10-run ball game here in the 7th. Sepulveda going to walk this one off a little bit. So we're waiting to get home plate cleaned off here. As the mud has kind of taken over the home plate area. Two outs here in the 7th. 3 across for Canyons. I think it's gotten colder over the last 15 minutes. But the rain has lit up, which is nice, and the sun's popped out as this one fouled away by Sepulveda. Behind the count, 0-2. Schneider will be done going to the 8th. Cougars have some work out in the bullpen going on. Rodriguez delivers. Sepulveda pops it up in foul territory towards the first base dugout. No play for Alanis, who moved that way but couldn't get up to it as it bounced in the dugout. So we'll do it again. This one lifted in the air down the right field line. Coming over to try and make the play was the right fielder Holzem, but he can't make the catch. And so we'll do it again as Sepulveda will come back to the plate. 2-strike count with 2 away. Looks like Matthew Chavez down there getting loose for COC. Sepulveda takes that pitch up and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sun has splashed the field in sunshine just a bit. Center field, left field, right field all in sun. The infield in partial sun, partial shadows. As this one lifted in the air, back of second base. Drifting over is the second baseman Tablazon to make the catch. And that will end the 7th inning. We'll head to the 8th. Cougars push 3 across in that 7th inning with a 13-3 lead. Here we go in the 8th. Hobdy, Bowman, and Holzum. Scheduled to hit here for Ciro Coso. Brooke Snyder staying out there for the 8th inning. So this one fouled off to the right. Good breaking ball that time from Snyder. Makes it 0-2 here. Hobdy, a single, reached on an air and struck out. Scored back in the 4th inning on the 2-run home run from Bowman. He's down on strikes, but Allenson will have to complete it as he throws to first, and the throw is low. Schwartz can't hold it. So it's a strikeout. So it counts as a strikeout, but reaching on the error. And they're going to give the error to Schwartz. So it's the 2nd strikeout for Snyder, who now has to work with a runner on. So he faces Bowman, who has a 2-run home run today. A couple of hits and 3 at-bats. This one hit on the ground towards Ambrose, scoops it up, turns towards second, fires for one, on to first. A low throw. Wasn't going to be in time for Roca, as it was a tough play initially from Ambrose, as Bowman moving down the line. So they'll trade Hobdy for Bowman for the first out here of the inning. And with one away, it'll be Jax Holzum coming to the plate. Holzum 0 for 3. Grounded out, struck out, flew out. Cougars this year have turned 9 double plays defensively. That was an attempt at the 10th, but it was going to be a tough double play anyway. It was a good job by Ambrose just to get the leadoff runner. Holzum lifts this one in the air, foul down the line and left. One ball and one strike. As Holzum swings through an elevated fastball from Snyder, makes it 1-2. One away as we sit here in the 8th. Holzum fouls his straight back. Didn't look like we were going to finish this one completely for a while, and all of a sudden the sun is out. It's a beautiful day for a ball game here at Cougar Field. As Holzum gets hit in the hip by Snyder, who seems to be having some trouble with his hat here. It'll put 2 runners on. It's the 2nd or 3rd time in this sequence that he's had the hat fall kind of off his head as he comes to the plate. Now he's trying to get the dirt off of his cleat, and here comes Chris Cota, and I think that's going to be the end of the day for Snyder, who went 2 solid. As it'll bring Matthew Chavez to the dish. Okay, so what happened? I missed an out in the seventh inning. No, I didn't. I did not. I'm in the wrong freaking inning. It happens. I did this yesterday too.
I already am just saying it out of habit. Now you know what it is. Yeah, some of the tricky ones, but sometimes I'm just going 4-3. Can't be around. I'll even say the bother you when you're in the head. I'm damaged that way.
So Chavez with one out and two on will face Olmo here. For Chavez, his only appearance went 1 1/3 innings, walked one, gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs. Almost stands in. 1 for 3 today, facing Chavez. This pitch misses away. So at this point, if you're COC in a 10-run lead, get some guys some work, but make sure you put the game away. That pitch just misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to count here to Olmo. Three balls and no strikes here as Chavez finding some trouble finding the strike zone. Is that one over for a strike? Three 3-1 pitch to Olmo misses. So the base is now loaded full of Coyotes here. And Luigi Reyes comes in 0 for 3 today. They're actually going to pinch hit for Reyes. So Reyes lifted for Dominic Lopez. Lopez, 222 on the year. So he hits with the bases loaded and gets hit in the shoulder, so Ciro Coso going to get a run. Without a hit here in the inning. The fielder's choice, a hit batter, a walk, and another hit batter. Bowman comes in to score. And now Hunter Bagshaw, the third baseman, who's 0 for 3 today, steps in. Bagshaw, first pitch swinging, hits it in the air to right. That'll get down for a base hit. 1 run will score. They'll bring a second one home. And all of a sudden now it's a little bit tighter of a ball game. Cougars have been cruising, but Ciro Coso with 2. On the RBI single from Bagshaw. Make it 13-6. In favor of COC. Zalanis, who's 0 for 3 now, steps in. And the first pitch from Chavez in for a strike. So Holzem and Olmo both score. Cougars with some fast work going on in the bullpen right now, as it looks like might be Xavier Stokers. This one hit in the air towards center field. Going back on it is Camacho. Will make the catch. Tagging from third is the runner Reyes, as they had runners on the corners. He scores easily. A sacrifice fly ball. 13-7 now the score. As the second out of the inning recorded, but the fourth run of the inning pushed across for Ciro Coso. Here's Jordan Massis, who's 0 for 3 today. Chavez nearly throws that one back to the screen. So lead down to 6 now. It was 10. Chavez's breaking ball misses. Good news is for COC, you've got some weapons still in the bullpen. Jake Schwartz available, Xavier Stoker out there getting loose. So a breaking ball from Chavez over for a strike. Chavez over for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count here to Massis, who struck out twice and flown out to center field. It's the 2-2 fouled away. Massis just got a piece of it. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4 across, runner at first base, 2-2 pitch fouled away. We'll do it again. So that 5-run, or that 3-run 7th inning for COC, a big help. This ball hit on the ground. That'll get through the right side for a base hit. So Massis has his first hit of the ball game. And with 2 outs, Ciro Coso with 2 on once again. They go back to the top of the order. And I think that's going to bring Xavier Stoker out of the bullpen. As Chris Cota out to get the ball from Matthew Chavez, it looks like. So another pitching change. Xavier Stoker will come in to take over. So we'll continue on with 2 outs here in the 8th in a moment. So Chris Cota will opt for Xavier Stoker here in the 8th after Chavez and Schneider struggle in the 8th. Ciro Coso with already 4 across. As Bagshot second, Massis at first. Tablazon comes up as this will be the 9th hitter here in the inning. For Stoker this year, 6 appearances, 8 2/3 innings, is struck out 9, walked 6, given up 4 runs, but just 1 earned. It's only allowed 4 hits, but does have 3 wild pitches. The opposing team's hitting just 129 against him this year.
I don't think so, because it's still a 6-run ball. It has to be within one swing of the bat, right? It has to be 3 or 4. Does that have to be within 4? I'm not sure. I know you can go back if you go 3 consecutive innings in a game. That's it's the score. It has nothing to do with the yeah.
Stoker's first pitch missed down and away as he faces Tablazon, who is 0 for 3 today. Got hit by a pitch and scored back in the 5th inning. But he's got a chance here with 2 on to make it a little bit tighter. It's a 6-run ball game, 13-7 COC. And you ask on your late inning guy and Xavier Stoker to come in and get 4 outs, it seems, and finish out the ball game as he misses up. Allenson going to go out and chat with him. That pitch didn't even look close. It looked like Stoker almost half threw it to the plate. A little bit of the issue you have right now is usually this would be a spot for Jake Schwartz in the 8th inning for COC, but he's out at first base right now. Got to give him some time to get loose. Just couldn't get yourself back into the dugout. So instead you call on Stoker for 4 potentially. As he bounces that one and it gets through Allenson. So it'll move runners up to 2nd and 3rd with 2 away. The Cougars have lost the plot a bit here in the 8th inning. We're leading 13-0. But 4-run inning so far for Ciro Coso, and a chance to add a couple more here now for Tablazon. As he walks on 4 pitches, so now the base is loaded. And Ciro Coso is hit around here. So we go back to Hobdy, who struck out and would have been the 3rd out of the inning if the Cougars had completed that. Instead, he'll hit here, reached on an error, was cut down, and he takes a called strike. So the error has bit COC here a bit. As that error to lead off the inning extended things for Ciro Coso, and now they hit with the bases loaded. In a 4-run ball game with 2 away. Bagshaw at 3rd. Massis at 2nd. Tablazon at 1st. As Hobdy grounds it wide of 3rd. Foul. You definitely do not want to see Jordan Bowman, who's 2 for 4 today, but has a 2-run home run already in the ball game. Like to keep him from coming up with a chance to make this game even closer. This Tablazon down on Hobdy down on strikes. So Stoker walks 1, strikes out 1. Ciro Coso with 4 runs in the 8th inning. We go to the home half of the 8th in a 13-7 ball game. our defensive change here?
So one versus the second, Lopez potentially versus the
Does Tablazon go to short?
yeah. Yep.
Canyons will send Ruval, Caba, Camacho, and Camacho to the plate here in the 8th inning, facing a new pitcher for Ciro Coso. As Jake Ridding comes in to try and keep it a 6-run ball game. Ridding this year in 5 appearances has pitched in 12 and 2/3. Has 2 wins, an 0.71 ERA. 1 save so far this year. Struck out 15, walked 3. He's given up 9 hits.
First base will go to pitcher. DH is at first.
This rule combo behind in the count, 0-2, and Ridding comes in and strikes out his 16th batter of the year on 3 straight pitches. Ruvalcaba down on strikes. Here's Ryan Camacho. Ryan Camacho 2 for 3 today. A couple of singles, a run scored. Ridding way ahead here on Camacho, 0-2. This one hit on the ground, up the first base line and foul. So Camacho will come back and do it again. Ridding 6'2", 219 out of Pahrump, Nevada. Went to Pahrump High School and comes with plenty of heat behind the fastball. As you see him stand up there, goes into a wind and fires. Camacho chops this one on the ground. Tablazon, who moved over to short after Lopez took over for Reyes, at the plate comes in, makes the play. Camacho down, 2 away. We'll go to Jovan Camacho here in the 8th. Jovan doubled, grounded into a fielder's choice, was hit by a pitch, flew out and struck out. Has scored 3 times today, led the game off with a double. Started the Cougars off on the right foot. They've put up 13 today. He takes a called strike. Camacho takes called strike 2. It's 0-2. This ball hit out into right field for a base hit for Camacho. So a 2-out single for COC. Camacho has his 2nd hit of the ball game. Charlie Rocca, who's got a couple of hits in 5 at-bats, comes in.
I mean, I get it. Better one for longer. Not as good as Ricky, but yeah. No, because we already said Schwartz was going to. Oh, did they already? Oh, did you already? So, okay.
Runner in motion. Camacho's going to have the base stolen as the ball got away from Alanis. So stolen base for Camacho. He'll move up to second. So Ridding now finds himself with the runner in scoring position and 2 away. Pitch to Roca misses away. Roca trying to make good on his 3rd hit of the ball game, trying to bring in a run. 2 hits and 5 at bats, like we said. Did strike out the last time up. So he finds himself with the runner in scoring position. Camacho with plenty of speed stands out there. Alanis blocks that one, keeps it in front. Roca fouls this one off to the right. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's been a pretty wild one so far. A little bit of everything. Some rain, couple of home runs. Plenty of mud as Roca swings and misses. Alanis will throw down to first to finish off the inning. So a clean inning for Ridding. And we go to the 9th, and the Cougars, with a 6-run lead, will try and finish it off. So the Cougars are going to opt for Schwartz here. So Stoker came in phase 2, did the job, got out of the inning, and now they'll go to Jake Schwartz to try and finish this off with a 6-run lead. And so there'll be a straight 9 from here on out if we end up extending this game any further. But the Cougars trying and close it out here in the 9th. Schwartz this season has been sparkling on the rubber. 4 appearances. Has pitched 5 innings, struck out 4, given up just 1 hit, has not allowed a run. So an ERA of 0, an opposing batting average of .063 this year, which is the 9th lowest against in the state of California. And so he'll try and finish this thing out. So Schwartz will face Bowman, Holzem, and Olmo here. Bowman a couple of hits, including a 2-run home run back in the 4th inning. Has reached 3 out of 4 times to the plate as he swings through that pitch. Makes the count 1-1. Schwartz, pretty crafty, comes with some good heat, has a nice little breaking ball as well. Good changeup that falls away right there, and it's 1-2. And he works rather quickly. So I think the Cougars like about him from the left-hand side. Comes in late in ball games. And he gets Bowman on 4 pitches. Bowman wasn't happy at the swing, and there's 1 away here in the 9th inning. As Schwartz strikes out his first. So here's Holzum. Holzum 0 for 3 today. Struck out, grounded out, flew out, was hit by a pitch. Came in to score part of that 4-run 8th inning. As he fouls that one away. Actually, that one just got away from Allenson, so it's 1-1. That pitch over for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. This is a chop foul up the third base line. Holzum way on top of the plate. That one misses down. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. As Holzum lifts this one in the air down the left field line. Foul, and we'll do it again. Schwartz this year, as we said, has not walked anybody. Struck out 4, now 5 after the strikeout to Bowman as this one fouled away. And Holzum stays in the battle with him here. 1 away in the 9th in a 6-run ball game. Cougars trying to close it out, pick up their 7th win of the year. As Holzum chops this one towards third, Ambrose scoops it up, takes a couple of steps, throws high, and it's going to be an error on Ambrose. And it's going to put a runner on. So now Omel will step in with a runner at first base. Schwartz doesn't give up a hit. A line shot, and that's going to be a double play to end the ball game right at Roca. Holzum fell down. Schwartz works a clean 9th inning. As the Cougars turn a double play to finish it out. And they'll take it 13-6. Gavino Rosales will pick up the win for COC and move to 3-0. Niall Hessen will pick up the loss for Ciro Coso. I want to say it's going to be his 2nd loss, but let me double check stats here. As for Hessen, he does pick up his 2nd loss of the year. So the Cougars get 13 runs. On 12 hits in the ball game. Ciro Coso with 7 runs on 6 hits in the ball game. Each team with a bunch of errors. For Ciro Coso, they had 3. For the Cougars, they had 3. Yes, the final game time, or the final out of the game, 4:51 in the afternoon. So a 2-hour and 51-minute game. Cougars take it 13-7. They improved to 7-4 on the year for Ciro Coso. They're 7-7, 500 on the season. That'll do it for us here today. We hope you stay safe in the weather if you're in California or in the Midwest, as the snow and the rain coming towards them as well. And maybe we'll see you on Saturday if the weather allows. COC and Orange Coast set to play Saturday at noon, I believe. Jesse? 1 o'clock. So we hope to see you then. If not, we'll see you next week for more action here on the Cougar Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.